Hello, hello, and welcome all my beautiful vibrant hearts and ephemeral souls that are Libra suns, have big Libra placements, or are cross watchers for Libra. Welcome to your month ahead messages looking at the month of December 2024. I want to thank you for being here. I'm really excited to get into everything today. If you are looking for love messages, I have a tier on my Patreon that looks at just that. It gives you access to all of the Zodiac month ahead love messages, as well as additional content that is linked down below. Super fun time. Come hang out with us. So the way things are going to work today is that I am going to pull an oracle card to look at your, if I could do it without like throwing things everywhere. I'm going to pull an oracle card to look at your major theme for the month ahead. I will use the tarot to clarify and get further details, messages. At the end, I will pull overarching oracle and message themes for your love life. That's what we're going to explore in depth on Patreon. So if what comes out here resonates, piques your interest, tickles your fancy, all that good stuff, that might be a sign there are messages waiting there for you. Okay, let's get into it. I hope you guys had a really beautiful November. I want to look at this card, but I don't want to take it. I don't know why. Change. Some of you guys, I'm getting this energy of like, I don't want that change. Like, no. I'm picking up this vibe of like, either it feels like you've had a lot of change and you're like, no, we're all done with this. There might be a lot of back and forth. And you're kind of like, you know what? Or it's like you've been asking for change, but this is not the change you're asking for. There's kind of like some energy of like, I do not comply. No, I do not agree with this. Yeah, so the number 5 showing up. This is again a number of changes. Financial discipline is at the bottom. Some of you are going to be experiencing a change to your career or finances, but it's not to your liking. And so this might be an opportunity for you to advocate for yourself. For some, this will end up being like a sign for you to move in a different direction. There's a card sticking out. It's getting my attention. Self-discipline. Some of you, we have 41, that reduces to a 5. Some of you are actually going to be getting real about your own spending habits, your own, it feels like about your finances, particularly those of you who have Pisces placements as well, just because Pisces got like kind of a similar vibe going on for their month ahead. So some of you, you're in the middle of that work, you've been doing that work, or you will be doing that work in the month of December. And some of you are like making big changes, or you're cleaning up some aspect of your financial sector in order to like create the outcome that you would like. So okay, you got effort. Initially it was coming out reversed. I actually am going to honor that. I don't usually read oracle cards reversed unless the deck is designed like that. But yeah, let's see. We have the 10 of Wands. Okay. I feel like I know where this is going. I see the cards that I'm looking for. 2 of Pentacles. Okay. The King of Pentacles in reverse. 8 of Swords at the bottom. Okay. You could be dealing with a Taurus. You don't have to be, but like this is a very clear message. You feel overworked. There's too much on your plate. Something is mismanaged. Now, for some of you, this is just because there's a lot going on. It's made it really hard to create stability. You feel like you're always juggling. For some of you, this could be like a financial thing where it's like you're like, oh, I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck, or I'm tired of I'm tired of this spending habit. I feel like every time I get something saved up, boom, there it goes again. And you're getting that under control, right? It's become more of an issue than like it causes more harm than good. And a lot of you, if this is more of like something where you need to like stop doing something, it feels like that's something that is getting your attention. It's inescapably clear in the month ahead, and that's going to be prompting you to make some important changes. Now, for others, I gotta be real. There is somebody in particular. This could be a partner. This could even be a boss with the King of Pentacles in reverse, who, this person, I'm gonna be really honest. This person, and you might not even feel like this about them going into the month, but maybe throughout the month, this is sort of your feelings change. This is somebody who feels like they're coming through in this energy of being lazy. I don't love using that term, super freely, but that's kind of what I feel like. I feel like this person, they have the resources, they have the ability. Maybe that's the dynamic between the two of you. It feels like somebody who lets you do all the work and then doesn't put in the effort. Even if they have the time, the resources, they'd rather be doing other things. They prioritize their own well-being. they're prioritizing like their own well-being. This person feels like they're holding back, like I'm getting a miserly energy. They're holding back. They're letting you put in a lot of the effort. We'll get more details as to the context of what this looks like, but it feels like you guys are like, you know what? No, I'm not doing that anymore. And you're pulling back your energy from this person pretty significantly. It's kind of this energy of like, I've seen all I need to see from you. I don't know what they did, but they're in trouble. Eight of Swords at the bottom indicates that, again, you could be starting out the month not really being able to see this clearly. There's kind of this like energy of like, am I the asshole? Like, you're trying to kind of figure out, because I feel like this person has a lot of beliefs and a lot of values about their role, their responsibilities, what it means to be like an honorable person, but then they do things that seem antithetical to that. And it kind of leaves you to go back and forth and be like, wait, am I doing something here? Like, am I, if this person's usually, let's say, for example, this is somebody in your life who's usually generous and giving with everybody else, but they're not with you. It's like, oh, maybe I need to do something, right? Or they preach about how reciprocity is important, but then they nickel and dime you for everything, right? It's kind of like, wait, when does that kick in? When do your beliefs kick in? There's something where I feel like you guys are just like full stop putting your little foot down. So let's get more details. What is this effort in reverse? Oh, Queen of Pentacles. I love this for you. Okay, I'm fine. I don't know what that was. Virgo energy now showing up. Page of Wands. Yup. Four of Swords. I feel like you guys are reflecting on this and you're realizing this is more of an almost parent-child dynamic. For some, you do have a child with this person and it's like you have two babies. But more than anything else, I feel like this is somebody who has the potential to show up as an equal for you, but doesn't. Or they can show up like this in other areas of their life, but they don't do it for you, right? With you, it feels like, because look at how much bigger the Queen of Pentacles is than her whole family, right? Like, you're the one holding it together. You're the one kind of like keeping a lid on everything. You've been patient with this person. You've tried to ask nicely. You tried to ask in a bunch of different ways. This Page of Wands kind of energy is somebody who's cute, they're charming, they're enthusiastic, they're fun, but you can't get them to sit still. You can't get them to be serious. You can't get them to really like be consistent with anything. This is the person, for me, the story of the court cards as they evolve through the wand suit, one of the things that they're working on is being like motivated and dedicated enough that they're not gonna, when life throws challenges as they pursue a goal, they're not gonna let that stop them. They're gonna work really, like they're gonna push themselves to overcome those challenges. So the Page of Wands, to me, because they're just starting this journey out, runs out of steam really early. That's why it's Aries energy, in my opinion. Runs out of steam really early. They're excited. They get things going. They get things moving. But the second they hit a speed bump or it takes work, they're kind of like, yeah, I don't really want to anymore. And they kind of just move on to the next thing. It feels like you're dealing with this person who you've been waiting on them to be more serious, more substantial, and like their offer more dedicated. And it feels like you're kind of taking their lack of effort at face value, right? Because with this Ten of Wands, it feels like they leave you in this place of having to take on the lion's share of whatever this is. What is the Ten of Wands? The Moon in reverse. This is definitely being revealed for sure. It's like an inescapably clear feeling of like, I've got to make a change. I've got to get out of here. And for some, this is like, this can be about, like equal give and take in a relationship of any sort. This could be, something where there's like an emotional component and there's the financial. So this could be like a partner who also doesn't do their share of household labor, who is maybe not as financially stable, like in that same place that you are. And you just like, this is kind of giving that energy of like, oh, I'm always covering for you now. What would happen down the road, right? This is somebody too, it feels like, who has a lot of, I'm hearing paper dreams. I know that's not really like a phrase, but I'm seeing like little like, like making these little like construction paper kind of like cutouts of all these like, of the little house and the castle and doing all this other stuff. And so it's like, it's very two-dimensional and it's very flimsy ultimately. Six of Wands. And the High Priestess. I feel like a lot of you guys, your intuition is going to be telling you very clearly that the way forward is like, this is the way things are. This is not the not the move, right? There's this revelation that you're taking on too much of the burden, and then in order to pursue what would make you happy, what would feel fulfilling for you, you've got to have to like stop juggling, right, between worrying about what this person's doing and what they're, you know, like what they're putting on you, right? And in several cards, we have a child and a dog. We have this there, we have this in the Queen of Pentacles. So it does feel like this person, and then we have the, you know, this Page of Pentacles here, and the King of Pentacles reversed as a dog on it, right? It feels like this person might be somebody who like makes you, like would make you question your own loyalty if you left them behind, but they also don't act like a peer, right? Even if they should be. This is, if you have children with this person, they could use the family unit you've created as a way to try to keep you in the dynamic that you've been in with them. Like it's a question of your loyalty. Yeah, the Emperor is at the bottom. You know what? I'm getting really annoyed with this energy. Again, very strong energy as well of a boss. This feels like somebody who has it in them to do this. That's why you saw the potential. Cut the deck and we have the Five of Cups in reverse. For some, this is somebody who you've already struggled with and they said they would get it together and they didn't, right? But this has the potential to, this person has the potential to be incredibly stable. Whenever I see, because the Emperor is all 4 kings of the tarot in one, so when I see the Emperor show up with one of the kings in reverse, it would be like this person would, they would have it all together if they could get this area of their life under control. So for some, it's like, I see it so clearly, right? We're that close, but you know, you're not stable. You're not consistent. You're not, again, I'm getting this energy of being like almost miserly. Like you're not putting in the effort. You're not dedicated. You're not committed. Pardon my itchy nose. For some, this person struggles with their own loyalty. I'm getting like this energy of like this person, I'm getting like a selfish energy from this person. Like they're kind of just looking out for whatever's best for them, trying to cut the best deal for themselves. And again, you know, this could be where if this is like a boss, this person can be with that Emperor energy, really good at certain aspects of their job. But when it comes to like the nitty gritty, it feels like they're a lot less suited to the position that they have. And you end up picking up slack for their decisions a lot. So what is this Two of Pentacles? Five of Cups reversed. I think you guys have been going back and forth because, again, there have been some losses here, but there is still something. You might see progress from this person, but it's very slow. You might see kind of bouts of improvement, but none of it's stable or consistent. The Lovers. And it's hard because you feel like connected to this person, very likely. You know, emotionally, you guys might connect really well, or like you feel like there's a strong bond. You know, you guys did come out as a true pair. And again, this doesn't have to be romantic, but that like there's a sense here of you and this person you have ways in which you're two peas in a pod. You could have major placements that are quincunx from one another. But you can be like two peas in a pod, right? Even if this is like a business partner, there's aspects where they're a really good fit, but there's something here with the King of Pentacles in reverse that's not okay. What is the King of Pentacles in reverse? King of Swords. This is what I mean. This person is calculated. This person feels like they're always out for themselves. They have a vision. And so they might be telling you, you know, like that you're a part of that. They might be telling you that, you know, that they're, whatever they're doing, they're, you know, I'm doing it for us. Or like, oh, in the future, we can offer this. Like every move they make is, you know, with you in mind, or they have a place for you in mind, right? Even if this is like your boss, this is somebody where they're like, oh, you know, can't give you that promotion now, but you know, in the next, like in the new year, the second quarter, we should be able to put you in this position, right? You never know if this person's really telling the truth, but it feels like this person can be kind of out for themselves. They talk a lot, they have a big plan, but they never seem to make good on it, and you don't really know if they're gonna or not. Two of Cups. But there it is. There's the shared emotions. There's the shared vision, the shared belief. That's why with the Five of Cups in reverse, you hold on. There is a lot of potential here. The Lovers. Yeah, there's so much potential here. Excuse me. Page of Cups in reverse. But there's a sense of like this person being incredibly immature in some ways. I'm almost getting this energy of with the Page of Cups in reverse of having moments of being like not quite cruel, but a little bit, yeah. Very thoughtless, especially because the King of Swords came out upright. Very thoughtless, right? They don't care about how they're making you feel. They don't care about how difficult it's been, how much of a burden you've taken on, especially, you know, emotionally, as you're trying to like this would be the kind of person that's like, yeah, I'll get to it, but they're not realizing like it holds you up and having to like, you know, having to like plan your life, or like, let's say this is a partner who, you know, you make sacrifices for, so they can work on their career, or they can like, you know, go back to school or something like that. It's like, I'm taking on these extra sacrifices of more household labor, more time, you know, child rearing, taking on a second job so you can go pursue this. And like, you can't just, it's kind of this energy of like, I would like you to be more mindful of what I'm giving up or what I'm sacrificing. Because with that 10 of Wands, I feel like you guys are like overtaxed. So I feel like this is a month where you're pulling your energy back, or you're thinking about that more. Yeah, the Devil in reverse. A lot of you guys are cutting some type of cord. Now, it does not mean you necessarily are cutting this person out, but you are changing the dynamic. It's kind of like, this is what I'm willing to do. You can get on board or not. The World in reverse. And the Ace of Swords. Yeah, this feels like this is kind of one of those energies of like, you guys are going to have some like clarity, a breakthrough, an honest talk. And it feels like there's this recognition of it doesn't have to be over, but we can't do this anymore. Or like, this needs to move to the next level. That's the only way forward, right? The only way for things to continue with the Devil in reverse is to get rid of these toxic energies. For some, this person's like, it's like getting rid of the in and out behavior, the, you know, like the promises for the future, and start working more on like putting in consistent effort now. But this feels like this is the conversation of like, you can't keep doing this. Things need to change between us, and that's all there is to it. For some, if this is work, this is like a boss, you are letting them know in no uncertain terms, I expect a raise, I expect a promotion. This is that next level. I expect like, you know, no more promises. They could like to try to give you a lot of like small perks, but it's not the same, right? As that security and that, you know, that feeling of success that comes with being appropriately, you know, compensated for your work, that comes with being promoted, things like that. So you're letting them know in no uncertain terms, possibly by the end of Capricorn season. It's like, if I don't see something, because for me too, the Ace of Swords this is winter time energy with the sword suit. So maybe even by the beginning of winter, which would be Capricorn season, it's like, if I don't see some type of movement in this area, I'm moving on. Some of you have like, you're trying to buy a house, you're trying to get married, you might have a family or have a child on the way, and it's like, that's kind of your rationale, your reason of like, look, I gotta get a better job. I have more things that I have to, you know, I have things in my life I've got to be able to support. So you can either, you know, that can either be with, you know, here with this company, or I can move on. So you're getting real about where you want to put your effort and your energy. Yeah, Knight of Swords, you're not mincing your words. It feels like you're going to the mattresses on this one. So that is what I'm seeing for your month ahead. But let me pull your overarching oracle and message themes for your love life. This is also retrograde currently, like we're in Mercury retrograde. So this is a time where any of those themes might be being revisited now. So your overarching theme, my Libra friends, when it comes to love, okay. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. I think about that extra special day we had together as much as you do. Not surprised. You reminded me how to feel. Thank you. I wish I had told you when it mattered most, but I'm telling you now, I love you endlessly. Okay, so we got some stuff to get into, but yeah. That's going to be exciting to explore. So I want to thank you again for sharing your time and energy with me today. For those who are going to be checking out love messages, I'll see you over there. And I'm wishing you a safe, happy, healthy month ahead. Take care, friends.